I'm a Brit living in America, and I want to tell you my favorite things about this country.
Mum's in heaven, aren't you? Have you fallen in love with America?
America, why oh why have you got so many cereal choices? It's unreal. Through banks.
When I first saw one, I just thought Americans had become too lazy to commit financial fraud indoors. But honestly, incredible idea.
13 pack of donuts. Why was 5 not enough? Asda do 5. These men have 13.
Don't take this for granted, because America is safe, America is clean, America is friendly. Man, this is such an awesome place.
We've had such opening arms and we've been so welcomed into the city of Boston that it's hard to sit there and think Americans are bad.
So the first one is the big roads and the big trucks, and everything's just bigger and better here. In England, we have these tiny little roads and you feel like pretty restricted. Second is the free refills, like coffee, soda, anything you want is refillable. And also the portions are huge, and it feels like everything's in abundance here. Like in England, I feel like everything's so teeny tiny. Everything feels like you are in a movie. Even like the police, they're like movie stars. Maybe it's an LA thing. Everywhere you look, you've seen things in a movie, like fire hydrants, the way that Americans wake up and they like instantly mow the lawn. I feel like I should have said this first, but it's the people. They are the most enthusiastic, friendly, kind, supportive people. I love the British accent, even though they ask if I'm from Australia. It makes my day to like be with Americans. Like, they are just so nice, and they get a bad rep for being fake. A lot of people in England say that, but that is so far from the truth. So another one is the convenience here. Like, if you need something, it's so easy to find, and a lot of things are way more available in America, especially LA, than they are in England. You can like get things delivered so easily. It feels like you're living in the future. LA specifically, I guess, is like ahead of the...
Welcome to Blighty Blighted, your daily reminder that sometimes the biggest surprise isn't the destination, it's discovering you were wrong about it. Now then, with so many Brits traveling over to the United States for the FIFA World Cup, I'm hearing something rather unexpected. A lot of people are coming home saying, actually, America wasn't what I expected. Now that's refreshing, because we all carry stereotypes around in our heads. The Americans think we're all drinking tea with the king every afternoon. We think everyone's driving monster trucks while eating burgers the size of a washing machine. Reality, as usual, turns out to be rather more interesting. One thing I've heard again and again is the customer service. Brits often expect it to be a bit over the top. Have a wonderful day. My pleasure. Can I help you with anything else? At first we think, blimey, are they trying to sell me the shop? Then after a few days, you realize they're simply being friendly, and after returning home, someone grunts at you in a supermarket. The contrast is noticeable. Another surprise? Just how welcoming many Americans are to visiting football fans. People asking where you're from, wanting to hear your accent, talking football, even if they still insist on calling it soccer.
For all the English fans that have come over or are coming over for the World Cup, what do you think the biggest culture shock is?
Oh, good question.
Is it the light beer?
Yeah, the beer definitely is going to taste different, I think, for all of them. I think you haven't met your match. You've seen a lot of beer drinkers from the UK. We can handle our own beer to anyone. But I think the scale of your stadiums, I think the size of them is really going to be quite a culture shock for a lot of fans. We really know our football. So to see stadiums that are bigger and kind of an amazing atmosphere that we can also emulate here, that's quite a big deal.
One of the things that stands out to me, I've talked about this a lot, the United States, we lack the veracity of soccer chants, like the tenacity and passion And one thing that the UK has down is soccer chants. How do we get that in the US?
It's a good point. I think you guys have so much passion already in terms of your American football, your baseball, basketball. Those are massive parts of your cultural heritage. And I think trying to create that same tribalness around football would be really useful. You know, my weekend goes from being either the best weekend in the world when we win, or to frankly, I don't want to see anyone on Monday morning because I'm really down.
Yeah.
And that lasts for quite a few days. So, you know, you guys get that in other ways, but I think if you can attach that to football as well, then or soccer, then you get it.
Yeah. It does feel like the pub is a central, like, part of just English sports.
Definitely. I think, you know, those rowdy evenings, those long afternoons, a few drinks, the social elements of it, you know, there's plenty of chance you guys don't want to hear.
Sure.
They're pretty spicy. They're quite rude to broadcast. So, you know, yeah.
Those are the ones we want.
At Beach Lake in Lexington, Tennessee, and this place is beautiful. Totally unexpected. We just saw water, so we put that into the maps. We're just going to be here for just a little 20-minute stretch our legs, but this place has a beach. There's a massive lake. The houses on the lake look absolutely phenomenal. I don't know if they're private, but this looks insane. Oh, that is really warm as well. That is lovely. That is so nice. Look at this. Not a soul here, minus 1 or 2 people in a small family, but look, what a beautiful place. Now, I can only begin to imagine how much money some of these people have, because I'm looking opposite the lake now, and these houses are huge. Right on the lake, there are loads of boats. I don't know if they're privately owned, or they're for rentals, or probably both, but this is crazy money. Nice picnic area here, but you can see there the size of the houses right on the lake. I think the most depressing thing is knowing that we probably will never live the life that some of these people live on the lake. The other side of the lake, there seems to be this stage, look, big American flags. I'm sure that's being prepped for 4th of July weekend, but what a backdrop this is, with the lake in the background, the trees. Final point, I must say this is one of the larger American flags that we've been close up to. So yeah, almost starting to get ready for 4th of July weekend. We are looking forward to it.
I don't know if British people even realize this, but England and America winning their games last night almost feels like a cultural ceasefire. Because normally our whole relationship is you lot mocking us for saying soccer and us pretending like it doesn't hurt. But now I'm seeing England fans in America buying proper cowboy hats, having lovely experiences, and slowly starting to realize that maybe not all Americans are as unbearable as you thought. And honestly, as a country artist from North Carolina who's been coming to England now for 3.5 years, it's been wildly emotional to watch. For the past 3.5 years, I've been trying to understand Britain without losing where I'm from. And last night felt like both sides of my life had a reason to celebrate. So in the least dramatic and most British way I can say it, that in-between feeling is a big part of my debut EP that's coming out next Friday. It's country music with a taste of what Britain has truly taught me. But before I go, let me ask, is Britain and America having a moment right now? Or have I completely lost it? Let me know in the comments.
Alpine Scenic Loop, Utah. Let's go. It's only been 5 minutes and we have already stopped at a turnout because, I'm sorry, but what? Look at these views. Let me zoom in for you. That is just absolutely perfect. Honestly, a dream come true. We have just stopped off at Cascade Springs, which is a slight detour, but it's this boardwalk and there's water flowing everywhere. It's so pretty. Go on, take a dip. Push her in. Oh. Push him in, Mum. Mum on the bridge. Taking it all in. Wow. Okay, we're now at the bridge. Look at this. Oh my goodness me. This is insane. She's never seen anything like it, Mum just said. It's beautiful, isn't it? She's in shock. I've never seen anything like this. No. Unbelievable.
because every single person I've met that's American has been unbelievable. They've been so welcoming, they've been so supportive of Scotland.
I came out of the subway at Kenmore, and we were mobbed by all these American kind of young people. I felt like I was John Lennon in 1964. I was like mental. It's like all these people going round going like you're Scottish, you're Scottish. And,
oh, amazing. Didn't expect it to be as good as this, to be honest. Oh, that. Guy bought us dinner the other day. Love the fact that you're in the city.
He bought you guys dinner?
Yeah, bought all of our dinners. We went to pay and the guy was like, no, it's already been paid for. So nice.
Meeting expectations or exceeding?
Way exceeding.
We were in a few pubs last night, and there's people coming into town actually to meet the Scottish, and they've embraced us, and it's been brilliant, and we've had a few drinks bought free of charge, which is great.
They went for a beer this morning. Lady already paid the beer for her. That is friendship. You know?
Everybody's super friendly, really helpful, because we've been lost a lot. Everybody's been so kind and so funny and just accommodated our stupidness. And I mean, look, we've taken over your city and you've all just embraced it, and it's just been fantastic.
Also, the police have been very good. They've been standing back, letting the people enjoy themselves. Instead of, if you go to Italy, if you go to Spain, the police cause a bit of trouble. But here, they've just let everybody enjoy themselves.
Police have been really kind, really helpful. If you look confused, they'll ask you, is everything okay? Yeah. And they haven't lifted anybody.
We're hearing a lot of good things about the police kind of letting everyone have a good time.
Yeah, I was in a 7-Eleven there, and the police, they were buying like people's food and all that. They were just so nice. You would never find that in Scotland.
The fact that if you come over here, if you enjoy yourself and ingratiate with the locals, then they will take you back.
Time will tell. You remember that I served you well. Oceans rise, empires fall. We have seen each other through it all. And when push comes to shove, I will send a fully armed battalion to remind you of my love. Da 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 da.
Yeah, I got Fruit Loops here. I don't even think Fruit Loops are legal in the UK. Look at those colours. I've never seen cereal with as bright fluorescent colours as that before. 100% straight chemical that in it. Shit, I just realised it's not this entire row behind me is cereal. You've also got this side as well. Insane. I've just got to a section of bagged cereal. What the? Never seen cereal in a bag the size of my entire torso before. But I mean, it doesn't surprise me. But is everyone actually eating this kind of cereal? Go big or go home is the American motto.
In Britain, going to the bank feels like you're attending a council meeting about your financial decline. In America, you can still deposit a cheque while being emotionally supported by your car seat and an iced coffee. That is innovation. And finally, endless refills. This nearly moved me to tears. In Britain, if you ask for another Coke, they look at you like you've requested a second mortgage, and it'll cost you an extra £4 British every time. But in America, the waiter just appears every 6 minutes like some fizzy drink guardian angel. They'll keep appearing. Hey, would you like a refill? Absolutely. I had one Sprite in Texas that I'm pretty sure technically never ended. So yeah, they are 3 things America absolutely got right.
You know what's really refreshing about hearing all of that is because so often, especially in today's time, you always hear people complaining. You know, you got people out there who love to complain about the things that are wrong with America. And so it's refreshing to get a reminder and hear people who obviously they're experiencing America for the first time, many of them. They're talking about everything that is right. And yeah, of course, America's not perfect. But when you talk about everything that makes this country great, there's a whole lot that people take for granted, and people kind of just don't realize they're very blessed to be able to have just by being born in this country and having certain privileges, regardless of your skin color. You just got certain privileges because you were born in America, and you get access to certain things that other countries, clearly, it's not the norm. And so it's wonderful to kind of see people from the outside come and experience it and kind of give everybody a little bit of a reminder of just how blessed we truly are to have such a great country. And so let's pick up right here where you got a gentleman from France, and he said, I just had Texas barbecue for the first time, better than any moment in my life. And so take a look at this.
Mesdames et messieurs, we need to talk about l'Amérique. As French, we need to stop saying Vive la France and start saying Vive l'Amérique. This place is incroyable. C'est incroyable. I just had Texas barbecue for the first time in my life. Poof. Better than any moment in my life. And I am married and have 2 kids. Oh, but in France you have des crêpes, les petits pains au chocolat, les croissants. No, I give my left croissant for a Texas brisket. Don't even get me started on Costco. Costco is bigger than my village where I live. Whatever you want at Costco, it's there. You just show up and you could buy your whole life there. We need to start a revolution just to get Costco in France. I will be the first one to say I will start a revolution to quitter Costco. Les Italiens, les Italians, I'm sorry, but ranch makes pizza better than anything I've ever tasted.
Yeah, and so he's speaking about his experience of...
And you won't believe they got loot right in the house. Right to the left, you walk in and the loot's right here. There's a toilet right
What's going on? A tornado warning for 6 County in northeastern Massachusetts.
Wait, the yellow buses are actually real?
Yes, all over.
What? I thought that was like only in cartoons.
What is this?
That's a vent.
Why are they blowing dirty air in the sky?
It's not dirty air, it's just hot air.
Why, oh why, have you got so many cereal choices? It's unreal.
We have just arrived at an air park neighbourhood. Almost every front drive has a plane parked on it.
In the UK, people don't sit outside their house. They might sit in the garden, but not at the front of their house. So crazy.
Hi. And how are you? I'm good. And how are you? Yes.
God bless America.
If you want to hate the US, listen to the media. If you want to love the US, just drive across it.
We haven't got one of those anymore.
Oh my god, guys. We're gonna go into Target. Thanks so much.
You're welcome. And go to you. I'm in
Vive l'Amérique. This place is incroyable. C'est incroyable.
Leave it to the Europeans and other people coming in here, leaving their countries, visiting our country, experiencing America, and just realizing what we already know. This is the best country in the history of forever. This country was founded by people, good men, God-fearing men. And they said, you know what? We don't like the debauchery going on in Europe. We don't like being slaves to a king. We're going to come here. We're going to try out this freedom thing that the Greeks tried, that the Romans tried, but we're going to do it better here.
I'm feeling that maybe there's a bias against England in LA for this World Cup. Here's why. Well, first of all, I'm Tiffany, your long-lost sister from Los Angeles. I found out I was half British about 15 or so years ago. And since then, I fully converted to England. Come on. Anyway, so I have been looking for England merch. I found the cool Nike Palace collab t-shirt I wore in my last video. If you want to hear about my last video, I explain my background or whatever, and my sibs. 3 of them are pinned to the top. Anyway, I've been looking for other merch because everywhere I go, I see other merch for other countries, but not England. I see Mexico, I see Mexico, I see Mexico. Did I mention I see Mexico merch everywhere? I see Argentina, I see Portugal, did I mention Mexico? I've seen the US, Avi. I've seen Nigeria. I've seen Jamaica. 2 countries that are not even in the World Cup. I've seen France. Like, why don't we have England merch? And I've gone into the stores and I've asked, like, you know, do you have any England merch, World Cup merch? They're like, England? Like it's not a country. Like it's not like England. What does it look like? What does it look like? It looks like they're the top 4 favorite to win the fucking World Cup. Like, what do you mean? Like, where are my English people at? Where are you in LA? Like, are there any fans here? Are y'all at a pub? Like, where's the pub? Because we're playing Mexico on Sunday, and I was alone here watching the DR Congo game, and I felt very isolated. It was 9 a.m. I was in my pajama and my England shirt, and I was alone. And I was watching it, and I was texting my brother-in-law in England, and I was freaking out because of that fucking goal. And then I was silent, and my mouth was agape. And then it was very isolating and terrifying. And it was borderline abusive. You know what I mean? Some of you guys said in my last video, like, it's a wild ride, welcome aboard. And y'all are amazing, by the way. That video I put about my family and meeting them after all these years and how lovely they all are. Y'all are the same people. My family is so sweet and loving when I met them after like all these years. Y'all are the same way. And now I see in my comments, welcome, sis, we love you. I just love you. I just love it. I love it. Proud English person here. Anyway, I need to know where the pubs are in LA so I can watch the game in peace on Sunday, because the Mexican fans gonna be in the building. You hear me? They're gonna be everywhere. Because you know LA, y'all may not know this, LA and Mexico are very close. And half of LA County is 10 million people, like the size of London, essentially. And half, I think, are Latino. At least LA City. They have 4 million people, and it's half are Latino. And so a lot of those folks are, so I don't want to, maybe I'll stay at home with my English shirt, because it may not be the day to be out there in the streets of LA with my English shirt on Sunday. It may not be the day. I may get pelted with tomatoes or something. But if y'all know any places, any small English pubs that are showing the game, I could go in there with like a trench coat and like a hat or something. But I really want to know where the fuck is the English merch, though. I'm really serious. It's not okay.
Happy birthday to me today, and I feel validated today, and that is because of this. I live in LA, right, and I've been here for 11 years, and over the time I've been here, the country has had some interesting lefts and rights and ups and downs, is the polite way to put it, and I have to deal with my friends seeing things on the news that paints the US in general in a terrible light, and I'm speaking to you Americans here. You know that, but what we know living here is that it's actually, you know, for the most part, a wonderful place. I wouldn't live here if I didn't like it. And I know there's a lot of Americans out there that are like, well, if I could leave, I would leave. But what the Football World Cup, Soccer World Cup, is showing the rest of the world, who are coming to visit the USA in their millions, to see the spectacle that is the World Cup. Okay, you would understand that if you weren't American, that it's a really big deal, and is that the USA is a pretty fucking awesome thing to behold. European tourists who have come over here in their droves, in their masses, are absolutely in awe of the views, the scenery, the mountains, the coast, the greenery, the vastness, the expanse of the country. They're tweeting and posting about Waffle House. Waffle House seems to be the most amazing thing to Europeans. About multi-story Starbucks with escalators going. The infrastructure. The hospitality. There's a whole wave of European ranch dressing fans. Ranch dressing, I should say. Ranch, not ranch. Ranch dressing. There's a whole swathe of Europeans. We want ranch dressing in Europe, quick smart. It validates me, not that I require validation of anybody anymore. I'm a changed man. People are seeing that the US is more than the things they're seeing on the news in their respective countries in Europe. And it feels nice. People are saying we want to come back. They already want to come back before they've even left. And don't get me started on the sports stadiums. People are visiting these stadiums and they are wondrous. They're incredible. They're huge, 70, 80,000 seats. And that's just small fry. And so people are walking into these modern, beautiful stadiums thinking, what? This is fucking incredible. That's incredible. And so, you know, I've had to deal with a lot of like, hope it's going well for you over there. Looks like a nightmare, you know? I just have to read social media with this kind of sound coming out of my mouth. My brother and my mum, they come here every year to visit because they love it. They love it here. So it's nice, right? Well done, you Americans, for being you, for being welcoming, for being hospitable. And, you know, even the Iranian team came out and they said, we've never felt so welcome, you know? And now, admittedly, the government made sure that the Iranian football team was moved to Mexico to train. And then they shipped them in for the games. That doesn't seem very nice, but that's the government. Right? Don't get me started. I'm trying to stay away from politics here. But the people, the fans that they interviewed after the game were like, everyone's welcome here. Everyone's welcome here. All right? It's heartwarming. I live here. I'm proud to say that I live here. You can take your negative reviews and your bad vibes and just, you know, and you can. And finally, IHOP. Right? IHOP. There's Waffle House and there's IHOP, which stands for the International House of Pancakes. Do you know that? You can get really good deals on your breakfast. But what's quite funny is I have a friend who met his beautiful, beautiful girlfriend by chance in IHOP. And he doesn't refer to it as the International House of Pancakes because of his girlfriend and how he met her. No, he refers to it as the International House of...
I'll forgive them eventually, perhaps. And yes, America does everything on a grand scale. The stadiums, the roads, the portions. Even the soft drinks arrive looking like they've been issued by the fire brigade. Meanwhile, we're standing there wondering whether one drink is meant to last until Christmas. That's the funny thing about traveling. It has a habit of knocking down assumptions. You stop judging a country by headlines. You start judging it by the people you actually meet. And most ordinary people, whether they're British or American, are simply trying to live their lives, enjoy a football match and have a good laugh. Of course, no country is perfect. Britain isn't. America isn't. Every place has its strengths and its frustrations. But it's remarkable how often reality turns out to be kinder than the stereotypes. Perhaps that's the real victory of a World Cup. Not just bringing nations together on the pitch, but reminding ordinary people that the world is usually more welcoming than the internet would have you believe. Now, if we could just persuade them to stop calling it soccer, we'd be making real progress. Cheerio, and I will see you all in the next video.